picking up where we left off, there were questions about what is available for purchase from the Syndicate's quartermaster. And I said, pretty much anything, but, depending on how specialized you want it, you'll probably have to wait for them to acquire it, or given that you are, like, one of the best teams here, you might be the one acquiring it. So, if you want heavy armor, plate, you had said, Vulcan, I believe that base unenchanted plate is 1,500 gold, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, with the Syndicate's discount, you're looking at 1,000 gold.
Okay. How much money do I have?
Well, you were paid 50?
I don't think I have 1,000 gold.
And you started with 500, I believe?
Okay, then I have 550 gold.
Okay. So, you'll just have to save up or steal it from somebody. The true adventurer way. Just hope that the next person who picks a fight with you is wearing plate armor. The last thing that I wanted to mention was that as she dismissed you, the Tiger's Eye had said that she really, really needs you to not cause any more trouble with the guards, as it's already going to be a hard enough situation to sort out from yesterday. So if you see guards, your one and only command is get away. Do not engage. She was very firm on that.
And in Reggie's experience, leading guards that are following us to a place where they would die of other means is disobeying that order, right? Reggie has done this before, I'm certain. So I think he has an answer.
It is certainly better than getting into a fight and slaying them yourself, but she is brooking no argument on this.
Okay, that's fair.
She sees that keen spark in your eye, like, well, it doesn't really count as fighting them and I am running away, like she said. It's their fault if they follow me into a death trap. And you can see her eyes narrow upon you, and that spark mind to mind as you feel the intensity of her glare saying, I know what you're thinking, and the answer is no.
Reggie just sighs a little bit and nods.
All right, we are online. Excellent news.
No fun for you this time, Reggie.
It's always next time.
Alright. If there are no questions for the Tiger's Eye herself, aside from Reggie's eyebrows asking to murder cops, then we will move on to the tunnels. Okay.
Tunnels.
To the tunnels. Show off my little double doors here. See if we can smush this group of tokens through the door. Nope, we got half of it though. Everybody else went up on a table. Including Reggie.
He likes to feel tall,
Boom. She got guards who actually need names, I realize, belatedly.
It's like even on a table, Reggie's only upset Vulcan's shoulder.
Alright. So, we'll move through the other maps. Go to random tunnels just to get the mood. I'm gonna pull everybody here. This guy's not here. Alright. So. Okay, fine, be that way. Oh, well, that's good. So, your path to the location in the in-between is going to take you once again nearby the missing statue of the founder. And you will see from here that there is a new set of guards there. From the City Watch. They look more heavily armed than the last set. You also see that they've set up some more protections, barricades, and they are pretty much not even you notice that they are practically heads down, avoiding eye contact with anybody passing through tunnels that isn't coming near the statue. They are not leaving this post this time. So, I mean, depending on what your goal was, message received could be how you feel.
Interesting. Could you put me back in? I apparently got kicked somehow.
What? I should be able to do that just by hitting this. There we go. So, you're going to be passing through these tunnels again. I didn't get to go into it much last time, other than by description, but the area of the tunnels nearby the intersection is normally a kind of a gathering place of tradespersons, because this area is normally high traffic. The presence of the guards and the missingness of the statue has contributed to it not being its normal active self for an area. But it has always been, where my spotlight is, this alcove, let's call it, where some more permanent shops are set up, including someone who vends food, which, people sit, rest, partake there. It's sort of like, it's akin to the rest towns that form on the outside of city walls, a place where people can stop, get food, water themselves, spend the night in case they're getting there too early or too late, to deal with the rigmarole of passing through the wall into the city proper. This place isn't developed an inn, per se, but it's got pretty much every other accoutrement one traveling the tunnels could want to stop for, were they nearing their destination or some midpoint therein. This being well established and here for a long while, you're familiar with the shops and the people who frequent it and run it. So passing through, people like you, are going to get the friendly waves and nods, and of course the attempts to sell you things that perhaps you don't need right now. But they sure want you to think you do. And it is hopefully coincidental, as you are passing through this area, in sight of the missing statue, though as you were told, skirting it well outside the shouting range of any guard that might be watching it, the tunnels are once again going to tremble. And this is going to feel extremely similar to what happened the day before. once again, there is going to be the movement of air through the tunnels, brushing warm and wet over you, and it is, once again, followed a herald of the scurrying of tiny feet, as once more a wave of rats begins rolling through the tunnels. The next thing that happens is the guards begin to move and shout and seem to be moving to engage. They are not moving toward you, but you are immediately struck with the thought that perhaps this is no longer a place you should be. Whatever is happening, it would violate your orders directly from the Tiger's Eye to stay. What do you do with that feeling?
I think Reggie, for a moment, looks up at Desmin hopefully, while like not stop, because like he knows what the answer is, but you know, you need to ask the question.
Yeah.
Like he does it like a pretty please kind of.
Desmond's just gonna like kind of sigh a little bit, and kind of shake his head. Sorry, buddy. It's, orders are orders.
Wouldn't even be our fault.
You saw the look that she gave you.
I guess.
Oh, you sound so defeated.
Maybe somebody else will do our work for us.
We can hope.
And there will always be more guards.
And there'll always be more rats.
They are like rats that we have. Great minds.
Oh, God.
The guards begin to move out of sight of you as you continue.
Reggie did not stop at all during that, like, because he knew what the answer was going to be. He just needed to say it.
Yeah.
So
you can hear the cries of disturbed people in the merchant's alcove there. The guards didn't seem to be heading that way, so you imagine this is a reaction to the rats stampeding through. However, the echoey tunnels do carry to you more voices than were the guards in that area. You believe that they have engaged another force. But if we are...
Interesting,
yes. Interesting, yes, and completely out of your line of sight. So, unless you want to potentially defy your orders, it will remain a mystery.
like a mystery for now. To be solved later by talking to people.
Yes. The fighting, however, does sound like it is following you down these tunnels, perhaps expanding as those involved in it, reposition, maneuver, retreat, and re-engage, and you feel as though if you are not quickening your pace, you are becoming involved. Mounting up the excuses for Reggie just to disappoint him.
I think Reggie has that moment of, like, I can only move so fast. And I think
It
Desmond
would be
gives him a
terrible
look.
if they caught up with me while I was fleeing, following orders. Tragedy.
Step lively.
Reggie does, I think, pick up his pace.
Eventually, the sounds are getting dangerously close, even with the picked up pace, and you are going to have to veer off, entering the in-between sooner than intended. To the map. Where's my entrance? That's not it. There it is. Did I put a... Yes, I did. Fetch players.
Whoa.
Malachi helped me with this.
Nice.
Looks great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gotta drop everybody in one at a time. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yep, that's everybody.
Cooked properly, most of these mushrooms only make you sick when eaten in enough quantities. They're good mushrooms.
Welcome to the in-between party. This space is, for the most part, is a layer between the tunnels of the city and the Underdark proper. It has many of the features of the Underdark, but in general, is two things about it. One, it tends to be a lot lighter on the critters known to be very dangerous in the Underdark. It also acts as sort of a, I don't want to say, it acts as a little bit of a buffer zone, just because, for the most part, people don't operate in here, because while there are fewer critters, there are not no critters. And the other thing about it is that it is a place that is slowly, let's say, shrinking as the tunnels expand. They tend to expand through here, things get walled off, the area gets finished so that you wouldn't even know that your tunnel is cutting through what used to be a cavern of the in-between. And that's what you're seeing here as you duck down the nearest corridor to escape the encroaching conflict between the guards and whomever else had the death wish. And what you find as you enter into this area, there is a tunnel that you turned down, comes to a dark and crumbly end, as it looks like a work crew had been expanding and broken through a wall. You know, they're digging out these tunnels in the raw stone beneath the city, and then filling in the nicer enchanted stones that glow as you walk over them. And so eventually they are digging away the wall, and instead of hitting more solid stone, it opens up into a cavern. So what you can see around this spot is the left-behind tools and supplies of a crew that recently opened up this area and is planning to come back and continue the work of partitioning it into in-between and official tunnel. Does that description make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you're going to have to navigate these tunnels a little, so why don't we roll up some survival to see how the members of the party choose to move to try and reach their destination, given that they had to get there slightly differently than intended. And nobody really spends time in the in-between if they can avoid it. Alright, so if I could get survival rolls from the party, we're going to see if we can't try and get a bearing based on how you had been going, how you did turn, and what the area in front of you looks like, and how you know you needed to. That's a really good roll, Reggie.
Yeah, that's a 21.
Point.
I got a 28.
Point.
Got an 11.
Points.
I
We're
got
probably
2.
wrong. I'm sorry, Twilight. I was making a joke over you.
I got a 2.
Oh.
So not only am I wrong, I am confident in being correct.
Well, yes. Let me tell you, whenever the roll comes up, your character is always confident that they're correct. The roll just tells me if you're right or wrong. Nah, that's actually not true. Not 100%.
14 for Al.
14 for Al. And Morrigan?
I missed while we were rolling.
You missed
Survival.
Wonderwalling.
Survival.
Survival.
What
okay.
we were rolling. Yes, survival. I heard Wonderwalling. I'm like, is that a thing now? You want a Wonderwall?
Vulcan got a 14.
Vulcan got a 14. All right.
Survival. Okay, yeah. Well, I got a 9. So
9.
Vulcan's
All right.
new to the area. Still knows the area better than 3 of us.
All right.
I'm just holding on to Twilight's tail and hoping she leads me in the right direction.
Good luck with that.
So, 21 and 28 are immediately going to point to the right after a brief look around and some fingers in front of their faces as they're thinking about the twists and turns in the direction they want to go as they kind of map it in their heads. They go, yes, we want to go that way. Twilight, you are 100% convinced that they're wrong and you need to go left. Everyone in between is unsure, and both these sets of 3 people, one set of 2 and one set of 1, seem extremely confident in what they're saying.
It's clearly left. I mean, look at this. Like, see, remember these markings from before? Like, this is definitely the rock we turned at.
Yeah, but it's 2 against 1.
Yeah, and I
making
think
you do
this
math.
was Steven's work site, and he was telling me all about the places that they were planning on going. And given what the boss said, this is clearly the direction that we need to go to get where we need to go.
Steven. All right.
You
I'm
point
taking
over,
his
there's just
side
a
on this
sign.
one.
This. This is going to be what? Volinar
What did Spider
residence.
say?
Steven.
He's a great guy.
Oh, yeah. The best.
If you call him Steve-O, you get punched in the face.
I would expect nothing less from a Steven.
I'm gonna call him a hill
What
dwarf.
if you use a PH and call him Steven?
You get confused. Look,
Steven with a PH. Okay, Steven.
Even.
That's it. You cracked the code. You mad bastard, you did it.
Alright, we got it. Steven, hill dwarf, male, tunnel construction worker, friends with Reggie for some reason.
Reggie's friends with everyone.
Except for cops.
Except for cops.
Except for cops.
Definitely not cops.
Yeah, he'll pretend to be friends with them and then he'll cut their jaws off.
There it is. There's the thing that makes Ari extremely uncomfortable. That sentence right there.
I didn't want to take too much time during what was supposed to be the intro earlier, but, like, I imagine that as soon as one of them said, another Reggie special, another one kind of, like, elbowed him and went, oink, oink. Which
Hate
was
it.
met with,
I
of
hate
course,
it
a
even more
shiver.
now, guys.
And then Reggie sneezed wherever he was.
His ears are burning.
My allergies.
So, those with the 10s and 14s and 9, are you following the 2 confident people or the 1 confident person?
I'm absolutely following Reggie. I take no chance.
I will say, Reggie always sounds confident to everyone.
Desmond's going with the odds, and 2 people
2 is
are
even.
saying it's the right, while 1 is saying the left.
You gotta go left. Oh, that's more
God
good.
damn it.
There you go.
I will say that when he said he's going with the odds, I did think he meant like odd number. I was like, why?
It's like, why would that be obvious?
So
No, the whole thing of like probability never entered my head.
right.
Odds is also probability. Oh yeah.
It's true. So the big question is, are you going to allow the party to become separated? Are you going to try and convince Twilight, who is very convicted about going left?
If I see everyone else is determined to go the other way, she will go with them, but she will gripe and complain about it every step of the way.
Well, you still have an owl grasping your tail and following you like a puppy because she declared she was doing
Excuse?
that.
Wait, I
Not
thought that
Al.
was yeah, no, that was Morgan.
Oh, that was Morgan? I like that.
Yeah.
That's even funnier.
Al does not have tail-touching privileges.
Al does not want tail-touching privileges.
I like that Morgan does. Okay, so seeing that the group is divided on this, and a lot of them do trust the 2, saying, no, it's this way, guys. Morgan and Twilight, are you going to stay convicted to your path, or keep the group together?
I think it's smart to stick with the group, don't you?
Yeah, they'll take longer, but fine. Next time we're taking my shortcut.
Take
You'll see for sure it's faster. Promise.
Shortcut.
I'll
Alright,
keep it to it.
so you turn around and return to the group. As you're trudging back, following them, I need a perception check from everybody.
Let's see if this goes better. It should go better.
Vulcan
Definitely
is
should
nowhere
go
near as
better.
perceptive as Vendar. Got a 13.
Oh, that went so much better.
No one is as perceptive as Wendell.
At least one god is. Like, not all
At
of them.
at least one god is close. He's a,
I got a 21.
You got a 15.
I got a 19.
Ari also
Yeah.
got a 21.
21, was that a
Desmin got
24 or
23.
23? Sorry, Twilight, what was that again?
24.
24, okay. So everybody, it sounds like, Vulcan, what'd you get?
I got a 13.
A 13, okay, so I think 13 is the lowest. And even with a 13, like, those higher are more perceptive of this, but even with a 13, you do hear, sense, feel movement about you. There's something alive in the walls, on the walls, that isn't the mushrooms. Like, this area is definitely alive, but something is moving, and you're not sure, especially with the 13, you're not sure if it's just moving through like you are, or if it's going to be a problem. Those above 20, which I think was 3 of you, you're going to hear the somewhat familiar chittering, squeaking of small mammal-like creatures, probably rats or something like it. It definitely feels like it's about that size. It doesn't sound like it's an ROUS, so whatever it is probably isn't a problem, but it does sound like there's a few of them, and they're definitely lurking in the shadows.
So, I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
As I recall from last week, we were supposed to be escorting a prisoner. Are we, like, still on the way to pick this person up?
Yep.
Or did we... Okay, just want to make sure I didn't, like, miss that.
Yes, no, you didn't miss it. What happened was you were on your way there. You were made aware that a new guard was put on the statue, and then while you were passing by, there was another thump that shook the tunnels, not dissimilar to the one that happened exactly the day previous. But the difference this time is that the guard immediately went into attack mode and engaged in combat with humanoids. You could hear the cries of other people they were fighting, not just rats. And you were given direct and rather strict orders to not have another altercation with the guards. So the party, mindfully, decided to get out of there as fast as possible, and as the conflict seemed to keep on your heels, the party decided to get out of the main tunnels, which you were using to get where you needed to go, lest you might become involved and therefore upset your boss again. You entered the in-between earlier than anticipated, earlier than intended, just to get away from this conflict, because it's not likely that even if this conflict keeps moving, that any of them is going to come here. It's not a fun place to be. It's creepy. You have heard stories about people being grabbed by the darkness and hauled away, screaming. Their compatriots fleeing, leaving them to whatever fate they're being dragged off to. So, you hear this. Something small, maybe rats, not the large ones that you fought before. So, given that, you continue forward?
Yeah, a spider is gonna turn. Perhaps we should make haste?
Continue forward, but with arms drawn.
Yeah. Keep your wits about you.
Very good. You do continue forward. Alright.
The rats are just heard, not seen?
Just heard at this point, not seen.
Okay.
Alright. Let's go for another survival check as you come to a compound fork in the road with 3 possible directions. Ooh, Reggie.
Oh, yeah.
Steven wasn't over here. That was a 7 on die, right?
Yes.
That gives me an 11.
Woohoo.
I don't know if nat 20s count for this sort of stuff, but 21.
Skill checks aren't affected by nat 20s or 1s, so the total is all that's necessary. So 21.
26.
I did not think so, but I just wanted to declare just in case.
Yep, appreciated. 26.
Looking at 16.
16. Waiting for
14.
14. Morgan?
Damn it. I had to clean up my tray. There's too much other dice there, so they're like colliding with each other. What did you say this was again?
Survival again.
Survival?
Yep.
Yeah, that's 5.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very good at surviving. I'm the only one in the party that's died yet, so I guess that proves the point.
All right. So, Morgan, you're really starting to feel like Twilight was right the first time. It should be back the other way. With a 21, Al.
Hi.
Hi. You believe that it is forward. 26, I heard somebody say?
Yeah.
Okay. You think it's left. And everybody in the middle thinks it's right. So... how's that for fun?
Awful, thanks.
Welcome. We have 4 people who think it's to the right. 1 person who thinks it's forward, 1 person who thinks it's left, and 1 person who thinks it's go back the way we came.
Have we ever been this way
22,
before?
so where would that be? Would that be with Al?
Oh, a 22?
Yeah. I must have gotten talked over. I said 22.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. Yes, that would be with Al going forward.
Hi.
2 people want to go forward, 1 person left. 4 people right. 3 people right, and 1 person back.
Have we ever been this way before, or...
No, you would not have been in these particular tunnels before because, as I said, the place where you came in was newly broken through in the last few days. That's why the digging supplies are there. The crew broke in here, they would have had to report it, and then they would have to get some research done, figure out if the place is stable, how big it goes, and then figure out how they want to cut through it. So the work isn't going to resume probably for a few more days while the bureaucracy wheels turn. But that's why this place was recently opened up, and now you are here. So no, you would not have been in this particular tunnel ever before. The way you're figuring this out is mostly by figuring out where you knew you needed to go according to the tunnels you came from, and how you think you're facing toward it now. Hence survival. You're basically orienteering without the sun. Or a compass.
Which is typically an important part of orienteering.
It sure is. It's real helpful for finding east. Which is the root of the word orienteering.
But I believe we should go straight.
No. If we come in that way and then turned, and we must go this way.
I'm sorry, but I'm with Desmond on this one.
I think it is to the right.
I don't know.
If we go forward, it's the safest way to be able to trace back our steps if we end up coming to a dead end.
I mean,
How
we
do you
can just
figure that?
remember the ways that we go, or make a mark or something. I was gonna say the way that Vulcan said, and then Vulcan said it. So I actually think spiders. No offense, but some people have been in the city a bit longer than you have.
Have you ever been here?
I have not. That's why but I thought it was that way too. I trust Spider's guts about where things are more than I tend to trust my own, unless there are some decent landmarks that I'm pretty familiar with. But I don't know that mushroom, so.
Look, I can kill whatever comes at us, but I have no idea where to go. I've never been good at labyrinths.
If you give me a moment, I'm going to summon my little shadow guy.
Okay. What do you do? What does the party see or hear when you do this?
He just holds up his hand, the one that has the ring.
Yeah. Just like above his head?
No, just holds it up, like in front of him.
Okay. Just trying to picture
And this kind of like misty, smoky thing just kind of like, I've got to say, kind of like...
Oh, okay.
Remember do you watch X-Men 2?
Yeah.
You know when Magneto pulls the iron out of the guard's body?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's this smoke just kind of comes out of
the
skin
flesh.
of his hand.
Yeah. I like that. All right, so you hold your hand palm up in front of you and concentrate, and this smoky mist begins to come literally from the pores of your skin and coalesces in the middle of your palm.
Yeah, let me just... How much damage does it do again?
I think it was either 1 or 5. I think it was 5.
I think it's 5. Yeah, 5.
Okay.
All right, so
we had discussed 1 or 5 and landed on 5.
Because you said 10, and I was like, I have 33 health.
I just wanted it to be costly enough, right? That you're not just popping them out.
So, yeah. So it does that. And then it just kind of like snakes down his body and onto the ground. And he's just sending it off down the... What direction is that we're looking? West.
You're facing... oh god, it is gone. Hold on. Oh, I need to open the menu so I can see my compass.
Or I believe is west.
Stupid. Why? Everything I pop out blocks the compass. Yes, you're correct. It is west. It's like I can't see it.
And... So I do. I'll go 500 feet down is the limit. But I'll be seeing what it sees.
Okay. 500 feet, you say?
You know, we never actually...
Steven.
We clarify, like, what kind of vision this thing has. Like, does it have dark vision or tremor sense or what? We never specified.
I think that it's reasonable for it to have dark vision. You have dark vision, right?
Do I?
Do you?
Do I?
Do you?
So it has dark vision, okay.
Okay. Yes, I think that that's not unreasonable. I keep wanting to imagine it as a spider because your name is Spider, but it's really more like a soot sprite.
This is battery.
It's got little googly eyes. No, it doesn't, I don't think. Does it?
No, I imagine it as just being kind of like smoky.
Yeah, like a smoky black
Like it has
shadow
no
that trails off.
real
Yeah.
form.
It's actually just Garbo Man.
I think we had compared it to how the demons travel when they're not possessing somebody in Supernatural.
The original look of the demons before it became actual, like, just billowy smoke.
Right.
They were very inky.
Yes, very inky and very serpentine.
I know, like that, yeah.
Alright, so that happens. All of you see him hold up his hand, and a massive black shadow gathers in his palm and then snakes its way down his body and shoots off around the corner, disappearing into the darkness. As this is happening, I want all of you to make intelligence saving throws.
Including me?
Everyone.
I'm good at those.
16.
These I'm going to need written down because I have to respond to them individually.
Okay, cool.
Before it was like, as long as I kind of
Oh,
keep
this
them.
did not go so well.
Fearless leader, what's going on?
Uh-oh.
My brain.
My brain's melting.
I do like this area.
Do you have that extra inspiration, but I don't really want to use it.
You don't want to use it on a saving throw that might be saving your brain from melting.
Maybe that's a good yeah.
Point.
All right. I'll
I mean,
use
you,
my
you,
extra.
but like I like my brain.
I mean, it's better, but it's not great. I wish I had Raiken's bonus.
Oh,
Oop.
that hurts me.
Realize that before I used the inspiration, it was a 2.
Well, that is literally 4 times better.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Guess so.
Oh, this
Oh,
is
crap.
this is gonna be so goddamn funny.
I am absolutely terrified.
Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. I'm missing Morrigan. Intelligence saving throw?
It's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good at all.
Join the club.
Let's see. Intelligence. Do I
We're a
have
bunch of smart people here.
No.
The brawler
modifier,
is-
So that's 5.
5.
Hooray, dump stat.
No, never mind. 2.
2.
It's a 2 on the die, not 3. If it's a 3 on the dice, it's 2 on the die. So 4 total.
Okay, so all of you feel a thickening of the air around you and a pressure, almost like a sinus headache coming on, like right between your eyes. Reggie, Al, Vulcan, you kind of manage to, press a hand to your temple and shake it off. Just the pressure is still there, the pain is lessened, but that's all you get. It's just like the sudden onset, like a change in pressure in the cave is giving you this sinus headache. The other 4 of you here are all going to suddenly straighten up, their bodies, going kind of rigid, as all of you in your heads hear a voice, a kind of low and garbled, like many voices talking over each other, as you hear this compound voice saying to you, "Come closer, join the collective." And the 4 people who were affected by this, they're going to straighten up, rigid, and be staring straight ahead to the west and say, in a droning voice, in unison, "We need to keep going west."
Think we
Okay,
should
I'm not
definitely
entirely
not
sure
go
which
west.
way west is, but it's not that one.
Nope.
We're almost there. The 4 of them are saying together, completely in unison, something that you, 3 of you who still have control of your minds at the moment, have never witnessed before. This group is tight. This group works well together. This group does not choreograph.
I think Reggie starts grabbing, like, pulling out a rope from his bag and being like, "Let's tie their legs down." And immediately
No kidding.
begins trying to tie legs so that they can't walk.
As soon as you touch one of these people and try to stop them, I need initiative.
Oh, great. Is this gonna be another, like, situation like in the garden?
It's not dissimilar.
Well,
We must continue to go west. Damn it.
Weast.
Beast.
Oh yeah, Desmond's gonna get beat up.
Desmond's gonna get shot.
that's yeah.
My
one
luck,
way to
this is
put it.
probably when my dice is going to be like, oh yeah, now I want to roll good because now we are fighting against your friends. Okay, just be sure that the init was for all of us, not just the ones not brain controlled.
The init was for everybody, including the mind-controlled people. Everybody.
I'm going to turn a light on here because I can't see shit. I'm struggling to see my dice. There you go.
There isn't a cuter one, and I
It's
don't
not looking
love
good for you
that,
guys.
but it's fine.
Yep. Good to see that the Curse of Raiken continues into this initiative.
Come on, we know it's the Curse of Alex at this point.
Yes. Blamed it on Raiken for this long. Showing like it's not Raiken.
Wendar. Goodness gracious. Vulcan.
Yes.
That is going to take me forever, you know that.
Yes.
Did they?
What is your initiative bonus?
+2.
Mine too. Do we re-roll or something, Tristan?
Roll.
Yeah, you do a roll off. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted at the moment because I'm trying to put some enemy tokens in, and I can't rename them, or I don't know where they moved the rename option. It's no longer under GM tools.
Well, I rolled a 19 on my reroll.
Well, I rolled a 17 on die, so yeah, you
Yeah, I rolled a 19
before
on
me.
die, so it's a 21.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, so you before me for sure.
I need to be able to number these. There's more than one of them. I need to know which one's which. Maybe
There's only one. They share a health pool that's the size of the health pool of one. It's
If you kill one, they'll die.
Yeah.
Sorry if I've been a little distant this game. I've been struggling the entire day to like keep myself present.
I'm sorry. I hope that gets better.
Yeah, probably will.
I kind of
Just
like
one of
this
those
song.
days.
One of those days.
Oh well, they're not going to have numbers because I don't know how to rename them anymore. Apparently they've changed that, but I think in this fight, at least, it won't matter. Numbered or not. I hope. We'll find out.
I just opened up a second instance of Tailspire, and at least for me, it's under GM left side, 3 dots says for rename.
Yeah, no, when I go in here and I hit GM tool... Oh, you know what?
What?
Okay. It was because I had hidden them so that I could work on them more secretly, and I didn't realize I still had both tokens selected, so that's why it was gone. If you have 2 tokens selected at once and you hit
just
GM
lets you
tools, it's not
rename.
one of the options because you can't rename both at the same time.
That would certainly do it.
Okay, so I can rename them. I'm going to have to... I don't know how important it is. Say 1. I'm not even going to give them anything other than a number. 2. Un momento, por favor. Got that. Yeah. Almost done. Okay, I lied about how many there were. Alright, let's see. Gotta roll their initiative. Okay. So... Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's put this up here so you know. I need... Not you. Turn-based mode. Go away. Oh, wait, no, I need 1 extra. That's right. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! 1 extra. My turn? What? There we go. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Boop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Huzzah. Boop. There we go. Alright. Now to do int save, and init. Here we go. Spider 13. Reggie 17. Desmin 8. Desmin 8. Twilight 14. Vulcan 19. Al 18. 19, 18, 17, 14, 13, and 19. Okay, so you said Al and Morrigan tied and there was a roll-off?
No, it's
Vulcan and
Morgan.
Morgan.
Morgan and Vulcan, excuse me, Morgan.
Yeah, and Vulcan won.
And Vulcan 1.
Vulcan is first.
Okay. Did I get something wrong here? I did get something wrong. Okay. There we go. These guys are 14, which is Twilight. They do beat Twilight, however, because they have stupid dexterity. Okay. So.
And so.
So, as this begins, the people...
Tristan, one question first. Weapons.
Weapons?
Yeah, I assume that we went straight from the last mission to this one, so there hasn't been enough time for me to get a new axe yet, right?
I mean, so it's overnight, so I had been imagining that this would be something that Vulcan could do overnight, but he might have to correct me. Vulcan, if you were given a request to make a magic item for somebody else, A, is that something you can do, and B, how long does it take?
Yeah, it's something I can do. I don't think it takes particularly long.
I don't think so either. I just wasn't sure, because I know some of the infusions only work when they're in the Artificer's hand, so I didn't know if it was something you could do.
Well, I think it's actually a different... Infusions are a different thing than creating a magical item.
Okay. So we can get the details on it later, but I'm going to say that it seems reasonable that you would have been able to do it last night and give it to Morrigan for today's mission.
Yeah.
I would assume so, yeah.
Because that matters as to what weapon I have to fight with.
Yes, so Morrigan would have made a request for a badass great axe.
Yeah, and giving you the material to smelt down. I gave you a sword and a shield to smelt down to use.
Alright, so here's how we're starting this off. The things that I created have not made themselves known. However, you do once again hear the chittering, squeaking, and scurrying of small feet, and it sounds like a lot of them converging on you, but they are yet to appear. In this first round, the people who failed last time, the 4 people who failed, the intelligence saving throw are going to be compelled to move west down the tunnel, continuing the direction you were originally going. And if somebody tries to stop you, you are compelled to, continue anyway. So whatever you need to do to escape and go that direction. This will last 1 round, this first round. So, the others are attempting to stop them, I assume. So, Vulcan, you are first. It does look like Twilight has made her way further down the tunnel as she was compelled by the rats. But the others are also struggling against, Reggie, who had pulled out rope and started trying to tie them up. That's when this rolled. They started fighting back. So, Vulcan, what do you do as your friends... who were speaking creepily, your new friends, I should say, speaking creepily in unison, are now struggling to continue moving down the tunnel?
And I can't see what's doing it to them?
Not at this time, no. They will reveal themselves, but they're not here yet.
So I found the crafting table, how long it takes to make the stuff. It would, just like a +1 great axe be a common item? Common magic item?
Uncommon.
It's not common. Uncommon sounds correct. Because common magic items are like the Cloak of Billowing.
Yeah, an uncommon magic item takes me 20 hours and 100 gold.
20 hours and 100 gold. I mean...
Gold is no problem, but hours, yeah.
I'm just gonna say that, you do it for this.
Okay.
That might translate to a truncated time this one time, but I think that just for sake of this, it's fine. We're gonna let it go this time for timing. The 100 gold will still need to be lost into the process.
I can remove the 100 gold. That's
okay.
No problem.
Okay. So I can't see what's going on. I can see what's doing it to them. They're just wandering around.
They're not wandering around. They are very determinedly trying to continue down this tunnel to the west, ignoring the 2 turns. There's nothing wandery about it. There's definite intent here. And Twilight is making her escape.
No. I am not particularly strong. I have been designed mostly to be agile.
Empire Strikes Back.
But are you heavy, and can you hold on to legs?
I am heavy. So I guess I'll try to tackle Twilight.
I love it.
Hold it.
Yeah, let's, I think that's normally a strength, attack, but, you're just dashing after her and just trying to aim your body at her, so I'll allow...
I just want to land on top of her, essentially.
Throw yourself with your dexterity, since it is your lithe body that you are using as a weapon here. So please make an improvised weapon attack with dexterity.
15.
15. Twilight, does a 15 hit your AC?
I double check.
5, 10, 15.
It does not.
Oh, not good.
13.
Well, then I suppose I miss tackle. You shake me up.
You end up going diving over it. How far? What's your movement speed?
Assuming I have my armor thing on, then it's, I think, 40?
Okay. Is your armor thing, like, always on?
I would imagine so. There's no reason for it not to be.
Okay. So yeah, with 40, you go and try and flying tackle her to the ground, and she, like, ducks you. Like, eyes in the back of her head ducks you.
Go right over her.
And, you know, as she, like, fucking Russian drops and then slides back to her feet to continue moving, she just says, "We are almost there."
You don't want to be there.
That is your action and movement. Have you got anything else?
No, I guess I'll just try to block the... I guess I'll go over and try to block the hallway. I can't really, so.
Okay. Totally fine. Reggie, you got that rope in your hand. You had already started trying to tie them with it when they started struggling against you.
I don't seem to be able to move my character.
I just ended your turn. That's why. You should be able to move them now.
Okay.
So are you able to move now? There you go. You said your movement was 40, right?
Right, yeah. How much? How do
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Honestly, 40 is, we're gonna call it right here.
So I was... Where is that? Okay.
Yeah. I had counted it, so, like, I think I just moved them one past, so it was technically 45, but, yeah.
That's what the dive was for, an extra 5 feet, because, you know, Vulcan's tall, so...
He is tall.
Like,
I'm gonna use my action to try and get this rope, like, better situated.
Okay. So, yeah, let's use some dexterity, I think. Seems reasonable.
Okay. Yeah. That is a just straight dex, right?
And make it
I
like
don't
an
think
improvised
I have
weapon
a
attack.
proficiency that is relevant to the. Actually, no, my fiddle proficiency. That'll do it. 15.
15. All right, and you were doing this to.
Probably only to Spider, because Spider is right next to me.
Fair enough. All right, so Spider, I want you to make either an athletics or an acrobatics check. We're just going to turn this into basically a grapple. To try and it's contested, so you have to beat a 15. Otherwise, Reggie's gonna manage to tie your legs. You got an 11. All right, so you do manage to like tie his legs together. You get the knot around there, and then you pull it tight, and you Empire Strikes Back him.
I think Reggie is just like, I got one, and then turns to Vulcan and sees that Vulcan did not have one, and is like, shit.
I do not have mine.
And as he,
and I think that's
She is slippery. She is more slippery than she looks.
yes, as he goes down, Spider just monotones, "You're in the way."
We'll have a conversation about that later.
Anything else? You still have movement, to you?
I don't think Reggie wants to move. He can't really like body block this hallway.
Yeah.
Because he has like a wingspan of like 4 feet and weighs like 40 pounds maybe with his gear. Most of that is the water skin he's carrying.
Good gosh. All right, so you stay posted next to Spider, who is struggling on the ground to continue on. Morrigan, you had failed, so you are compelled to keep moving through this hallway, ignoring the turns and avoiding your teammates.
Avoiding my teammates. Okay, so I am aware enough of, like, to not go close to them for, like...
Like, in case the opportunity, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What's Reggie gonna do then? Like, look at him, he's just a little guy.
Now, I think, surprisingly, Desmin had made this check. No, I lied. Desmin did not make this check.
No, Desmond was terrible.
Desmin was terrible.
So,
I think the only one who was worse was Morrigan.
Oh, God.
How quick does it make me move?
It's your regular move speed.
Okay, so it doesn't make me, like, rush.
I mean, I'm not going to make you dash, but it's not making you take actions unless, you know, you need to escape something. So, like, yeah, it's just making you move at normal speed.
That will be up there.
Yeah, actually, that makes more sense. It would just be you must use your movement action to...
I cannot move my figure. Doesn't allow me to move it.
Oh, it's not letting you move your token?
No.
What? Hang on a second. That's a problem.
Pick it up and drag it, but it can't. Using the arrow keys didn't make it move.
That doesn't make any sense. It says you have control of it.
Oh, now I can.
Okay.
It was stuck for some reason. I couldn't move it.
Yeah,
No.
I redid the control. Maybe that was the problem. I'll do the same for you. GM tools, player permission, undo, headless monk, redo it. Alright. You're not going to be able to test that right now, unfortunately, just because it's not your turn, but... Player permission. Had you been able to move your token, Sam? Alright. I'm just going to do it for everybody, just in case. And I'm sorry that was a problem.
It wasn't a big problem if it got fixed.
Okay, there we go. Alright, so you move up to there. Yes. That is this turn.
The speed is 30, right?
Yeah. Alright. Al. Al.
Hi.
Hi. Al.
Desmond's right next to me, so he's my target.
Okay, so you're just going to prepare to take him down? You do know that Morrigan ran off and is over here. She got away because she was not close enough for you to opportunity.
Unfortunate. I mean, if possible, I'd just try taking him down now. Like,
Yeah, you can try taking him down right now. Nothing's stopping you from doing that.
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Alrighty.
What's your method?
I think Al would actually try like sweeping his legs out from underneath him.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to try doing, guys.
Bold
We'll
strategy.
see.
Bold. All right. So I'm gonna
Very
need you to
bold.
make a melee attack against him, strength based.
Oh dear. Okay. Okay. Dice were in my favor. Nat 20.
Okay. You manage to make the hit. I will.
And as she does so, she's just like, I'm sorry, buddy.
Say that, like, just by sheer luck, she manages to, like, catch you mid-stride in the back of the knee, and it causes you to go down backwards.
Ugh.
And as he hits the ground, you know, there's a little oof of escaping air as his back hits the floor, and then he says, "This is futile," in a monotone.
Mm-hmm. Is it a action or a bonus action to, like, tie his legs so he can't?
That'd be an action.
Okay. Frick.
Trying to join the session, but does not have a seat. What?
Yeah, it keeps kicking me and saying that the seat that I was in has been moved.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's probably my bad. If I rejoin the session, the seat will probably open back up. 1 second.
I guess that's my turn then.
Okay. Oh, was it you had given them one of your seats from Derek?
The seats will automatically move to whatever game I join, and so I think when I opened up the other session, it moved the seats there, so they were no longer in this game.
Okay. Also, I appreciate you getting the rolls for me. Alright. So, you knock him down, and then you're going to stay with him, is what I'm hearing?
Yes, sir. That's the intention.
Okay.
You should be able to try it again, Alex.
Oh my god. I didn't have fucking Desmin in the turn order.
Yeah, I'm in, but I'm waiting for GM again. So
Yeah, it's because I'm trying to put you back in the turn order.
Well, and he's gonna appear on the wrong map.
Yes, also that. Just need to make sure I've got you in the right spot. Okay. Fly. I'm going to, sorry, this is going to drag everybody momentarily. Fetch all players.
No.
There we go. I don't know what's going on with everybody's connections today. Okay. Now then. So, Al, you dropped him.
Yep.
And then it becomes the bad guy's turn, and that scampering comes to a crescendo as these creatures run in from every direction. There we go.
I like how the things that are on the bases of the models also move when you get knocked down, so they're by books and one of your like sideways.
Yep. Yeah, I had a token in Derek's game where I had, because he was going to be, like, a focus on archery, I had put arrows into the ground around him, and whenever I went to sleep, my arrows were just sticking out of the air around me.
You're a magician.
I am. Alright, so they run up to these locations as they skitter towards you. What you see in these dark hallways, illuminated by the glowing mushrooms and glowing crystal formations of these largely natural caves, are small rats whose eyes glitter and glint and glow in the dark. These appear to be regular-sized rats. Maybe a little large, but not like the big ones, not man-sized like before. The other thing is that the air seems to ripple and pulse around their heads in a weird way, like there's heat coming off of their heads.
A "goddammit, not again" would come out of Al's mouth.
I remember that battle against rats like it was yesterday. It was yesterday. God damn it! Alright.
That would explain my memory.
Fucking hate these things.
Twilight, you are Twilight, you are compelled to keep moving to the west for this turn. The robot attempted to take you down, and you dodged it lithely.
Alright.
You have, effectively, mechanically, you don't have action or reaction, you just have movement, and you are required to use it to move as close to the, goal, let's call it, as possible. So, one move action, basically.
Alright. So then 5, 10, 15.
Right, so Vulcan, you would be allowed to make an opportunity attack if you wish to against your friend, your new friend.
Could I try to grapple again?
I believe that would be something you can do, since that is an attack. Well, I'm not sure that it's something you can do.
Could I try to trip him?
Yeah, I mean, it would be like the same ruling. Normally it's an attack action to do that, but let's just say, let's try to grapple him. So, you make the grab, so you're going to make a strength check, an athletics check, and Twilight, you may make either an athletics check or a acrobatics check to escape the grab attempt.
Well, I don't think that's going to be necessary.
Oh.
I rolled a 5.
Nice.
I got higher than a 5.
Okay, so no, the robot again makes a grab for you as you dance around him, and you once again just twist, pirouetting out of the way, the shadows dancing around your feet as you move.
Alright.
Slippery little
So
tiefling.
20, 25.
And the rats let you pass. They are, you know these to be your brethren. Spider, you are prone. You are compelled to move west, and your legs are bound.
So I'm just going to crawl.
You crawl. So crawling is half speed, so move half your movement speed in the compelled direction.
Because it ends in a 5, that rounds up, right?
I think it normally rounds down, but it doesn't matter to me.
Does it round down?
Everything rounds down in D&D.
Well, then that's fine.
So if it's 25, you move 10.
Alright, so... Wait, where was I?
Yeah, no, you're right. That's correct.
It jumped forward twice for some reason. So 5,
10.
10, 15, 20.
Oh, wow, you have 45.
Yeah.
Reggie, your bound leg friend is crawling away from you and triggers an opportunity attack. Would you like to make an opportunity attack?
Yeah, I think.
Spider's crawling is almost as fast as Reggie's walking.
It is.
I think that's why it's called Spider, because he can crawl around like a spider.
Thanks, I hate
Imagine
it.
that
No!
dragging himself across the floor.
You seen that video of the baby?
Oh my god.
I find that weird, creepy baby.
All babies are creepy.
Spoiler
I
warning,
don't
please.
just-
Think
I just got back from getting food and I heard this conversation. I was like, right.
You don't think?
I don't think that Reggie is because Reggie's attack of opportunity would be to try and grapple him. I
Yeah.
don't think Reggie can, like, conceivably
You jump on
stop
top of him and try to hold
Spider
him
from
down at
doing
all.
things.
Yeah.
And there are all of these rats right here.
It's true. It's
that
true.
Reggie can
There's so
see.
many
So
rats.
I think Reggie's banking on being able to like grab the rope and try and pull
Mhm.
more than he's banking on like sitting on Spider doing anything.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Desmin, you are prone. You have no action or reaction, but you may move. You are compelled to move as much as you can, one movement action to the west.
I am. And this is not like a charm or anything.
I mean, it is a charm. Have I forgotten something about you?
Because I didn't roll with advantage if it's a charm, because I have advantage on saving.
Right,
throws,
'cause
so
you're
it's
an
not
elf.
charmed.
Half elf. Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
half elf. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Roll
so-
roll with advantage. No, didn't you? Oh, you. That's right. You used your MacGuffin, your mulligan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Roll one more
If we're
die.
counting it, I got a 16.
A 16. I
He
mean, it
comes
just means
to
that
us
you get your.
getting-
We're just gonna roll.
Yeah,
it.
we can play it as I came to
You
from the
came
script.
to now, so you're on the ground. You're the back of your knee is a little sore because you got kicked in it. So like as you hit the ground, you come back to your senses.
Oh, why am I on the ground all of a sudden?
My bad. You said some weird stuff and decided that west was the way to go, and that's kind of where Morgan and the others are going.
We were talking in unison. It was creepy. We need to stop them. You were leaving information out.
Also, you remember west being the direction you want to go. That's right.
I mean, technically speaking, that is where we wanted to go, but
Both of you had voted on going west. Then suddenly, somebody makes you go west. You go, maybe that's not the way. What the hell?
Hal offers her hand to help you up.
Raiken will take care
Raiken
of it.
will.
Raiken!
We're not. God damn it! No, this is never gonna go end! It's been 10 years!
There's the sound of thunder, and Raiken is suddenly there. Like, what the
It
fuck?
also doesn't help that I'm still playing as Raiken on Tuesday.
Wait, what? Oh,
Lady
Baldur's
Boulder's
Gate,
dead on
never
Tuesday.
mind.
Look, saying it one time doesn't sound like you say it 3 times very quickly.
It's fine. It's fine.
Raiken.
Desmin will get up with her help. And as he's getting up, he'll be like, well, I guess west is the wrong answer then. We don't want to go that way anymore.
You're also.
No,
Wrong
Right.
Look
answer
and
to
see
get the
what,
rest of the party. Wrong answer for other reasons.
You're also aware that
Okay.
you're surrounded by a horde of rats who have like heat waves coming off their head.
Oh gosh. Okay, quickly, the last thing he's going to ask is, Do we deal with the rats or our friends first?
Kill the rat.
Kill the rats. Okay. Desmond is going to go after the one of them that's behind him.
One of these guys?
He's bringing up the rear.
Oh, this one. Here we go.
So...
Yeah, you should have enough movement for that. It's only 5 feet.
I'm gonna go right here, so I'm kind of in the middle of the way. So if any rats come up, then and try to pass me, then they opportunity attack.
Oh.
And I will attack that one now.
All right. That one is 13. Lucky number.
Lucky number 13. Okay. Wait for my sheet to pop up here. Huzzah! Okay, that is a... What is that? Oh my god, this is so difficult with this sheet. Uh, 20... No, sorry, that's not completely wrong at all. 14 to hit.
14. I was excited. I was like, that's definitely gonna hit.
Nope.
All right.
I don't know what I was computing in my head, but
you see the as you get closer to this thing with your dark vision as a half elf, that the heat waves coming off of the head of this rat are like ripples in the air in concentric rings that expand out away from the dome of its head and then vanish as they get farther away. And you see a larger ripple pulse through these as you swing your Morning Star toward it, and it squeaks suddenly and hops back away from you, narrowly missing one of the spikes as it's driven into the stone before it.
dang it, I just missed. These ones are craftier than the rats we had before.
They have decent AC. They're small, they're fast, and they're smart.
They're superior. You should join
I'm
them.
one of those things.
Yeah, that will be his turn.
Okay. So, that's going to bring us to the top of the order for round 2. Vulcan.
Alright.
These rats have appeared, and Twilight has made her way amongst them.
How stable do these caverns look? Do I think if I were to cast Shatter in the west hallway, I could cause a collapse?
I mean, it's the possibility of that happening is never zero. It's a natural cave, so it's probably several feet at the minimum of solid stone, but Shatter is designed to break stone, so at the least, you're going to be loosening the walls around and causing them to collapse down, like the nearest layer of it, you know?
I'd like to stop them from being able to go down that hallway, so I guess I'll try it.
Okay, so you're going to try to collapse the hallway. So you're going to aim it at the ceiling of the cave?
Yeah, I want it to collapse the hallway. I want it to, not over Twilight, but maybe over some of the rats.
Yeah, like over here.
But mostly, I want to try to block the.
Okay, all right. You're going to target the caverns, I've got nice tall walls here, but let's call it 15 feet tall in this section. So it's, not super tall, but it's not short either. I think with that, if you place it right up at the ceiling, it doesn't touch the ground, right? It's a 5x5.
One that.
If it's a 5x5, that's 15. It does make it to the ground. All right.
Look up again. Shatter is not normally a.
It's a 10-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes it, and by my grid reckoning, that's a 5x5 because it's the center square and then 10 feet out from that, so 2, so it becomes 5x5, 2 on either side of 1. Just so that we have
25 feet across.
Yeah, 20-foot radius is 25 feet radius. 25 or 10-foot radius is a 25-foot diameter. Squares. Yeah. I mean, it makes things a little more powerful, but it also makes things like this a little more unwieldy. So I think that it passes the balancing act test. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it hit the floor too if it means it could catch
it's going to hit the floor. So it's going to hit the floor. So I'm gonna draw this for you. Up. I need this because it's out here. So we're gonna put it here.
Sorry.
And it's this way. So, like this. Oh, that's totally not visible because it's so low. Move up. Oh, there we go. Hello, buddy. Thank you. There we go. Boom. So, close enough, right? So I wanted it to... Yeah. Let's, yeah. Raise this so it's just at the floor. Oh, I can't see. There's where it hits the floor. Okay, there we go. And then go up like this. There we go. So... There we go. That's about as close as it gets. So, like, shattering, you gotta roll me some damage, because it's gonna be doing that to the walls. These are big, thick walls with lots of health. But it's a siege attack, so it's gonna deal double whatever you roll to them.
And I kill the rats too, right?
Oh, most assuredly. They have low enough HP that they're definitely going to die. It's a Constitution saving throw, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. And I don't add any modifier to that, so it's just the die?
It's just the dice that it lists out, because it's a spell attack.
Okay. And that is 28 thunder damage.
20.
Sorry, 18
thunder damage, which is 36 to the walls, 36 to the ceiling, nothing to the floor because it was above it, and like even if they save, it's still half damage to them. So they're going to die. I'm just gonna knock these down. Knock this down. Knock this down. And then I actually need to build for a second. Away, please. Natural things. Yeah, sure. No, not big enough. No, don't like that. Let's go back with this. So. Just a big chunk of the ceiling there is going to collapse and rain down, making it hard to pass that area. The walls get big divots in them from where the spell hit them and shattered the stone, but there was more solid stone beyond that, so that sort of powders and falls among it, you know, kind of making it so it's even harder to pass even if you're small, because the powder's sort of filling it in, right?
Nice.
The
Alright, let's
the
go.
place shakes as you do this. Boom! A huge clap of thunder as you do this. Everybody, feels like they want to cover their ears as this happens, and then, rumbling as the stone collapses down, and the whole place kind of shakes. It's not. It's honestly reminiscent of the blast that you heard, that you experienced the day before, and the one you experienced today. You begin to wonder if perhaps it's not how it was generated. Somebody else having the same
Somebody's
idea.
casting shatter around here.
Yes. So, Vulcan, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
I'm good at those. It's 23.
I need you to make a second intelligence saving throw.
That is also a 23.
I need you to make a third intelligence saving throw.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my inspiration on that one. That is a 20.
A 20. Alright. You feel your artificial mind being assaulted wave after wave as the rocks fall in on top of these rats and close off the passageway. But you manage to shake each wave off. Reggie, your friend crawled away, and you are dealing with rats.
Like a thing out of a horror movie, just like.
True. He just spider walked away like The Grudge.
Like, I didn't need to see that.
Nope.
Reggie reaches into his bag and pulls out a lit Molotov cocktail.
Woo!
Wait, it's already lit?
Yep.
It's already lit. Just reaches in and then and throws it at the rats. Get the fuck away from here.
Shall I assume it's this set?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Now, I passed you stats for that, right? We talked about that? I totally did?
I don't remember if we had ever actually settled on it.
Alright, I'm gonna say 3x3 dexterity saving throw, fucking 2d10 plus 5 fire damage.
Okay.
Save for half.
That is...
So I should be able to make a nice little 3x3 here.
You said 2d10 plus 5 or 10?
5. 2d10 plus 5.
Cool. That is a 16.
Okay. It's so hard because even though I'm using control to do the vertical axis, you can still change the other two axes at the same time.
That's frustrating.
There we go, close enough. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So it looks like you can get I'm gonna have to move this obnoxiously. Like this. Right? So that's 4 of them. That good for you?
Nope.
Okay. Even if they save for half, you said it was 16?
Yes.
They have 8 HP or less. The 4 of them over there burn up as the Molotov shatters and spreads a ring of fire around it that licks up the walls. I would like you to make an intelligence saving throw.
That's not gonna go well with those numbers. Look at this time. That is a 13.
A 13. Okay. The very first wave of psychic energy that rolls through your head is going to convert what you see around you. You see and you truly believe that this pulse of energy has warped the battlefield and moved your allies into the positions of the rats and the rats into the positions of your allies. You are now surrounded.
Wait, so is he perceiving the rats as his allies now?
And you as rats, yes. So
God
on your
fucking
next
damn it.
turn, you will be compelled to attack the nearest air quote rat.
Fair enough.
Oh, for the love of God.
I mean, I get in a way you kind of lucked out. You failed against the first one, and you killed 4, and it can only affect you for 1 turn. So even if you failed all of them, like this is the most efficient way to do it, right?
Just rolling the fewest number of dice, you know.
So
I don't think that's how it works.
I think Reggie like monotones like I need to keep more of those with me while turning and staring at the other 2 grouped rats in front of him.
You see your allies, your friends of such a long time, all of these jobs just nodding at you like, yeah, they're great. And the rats that are now closed in on you, squeaking helplessly before the flames. Morrigan.
Yes.
You find that you regain yourself. You are no longer compelled to move west, and you are aware that a shock just ran through this place. A bang has harmed your ears, and that the tunnel ahead, where you were trying to head just a moment before, has collapsed in a way that makes it very hard to get past. But you also are aware that there was an external influence trying to make you go there, and it's a bastard for mind controlling you. You have control of yourself, you have all of your movement, action, reaction, bonus action back.
Okay, there's no enemies inside.
Yes, there are.
Oh, there are.
Yeah, you got rats over here around the corner, which you definitely have line of sight to this one at the very least.
I had the wrong picture on, so I didn't see.
There's rats behind you that Desmin is fighting. You see that he has smashed his Morning Star into the ground and missed one. And you are right here, and you just watched 4 of them go up in a gout of flame as Reggie threw a Molotov at them and burnt them to a crisp.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's rats all over.
So you see this one as well. You see these 2 here, and you definitely see this one at the least, possibly even this one, and you definitely see these. So there's lots of enemies around for you to choose from.
Okay, yeah. Well. I'm gonna just mumble something unhearable to herself and just run around the corner to attack the first rat over here.
Alright.
Vulcan can see her and she does not look happy. So that, I guess he's used to that at least.
Does she ever? So you have not yet drawn your axe, I assume, since
I do it in movement.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that it's costing you anything. I'm just saying that you have this opportunity to describe it however you like.
Oh yeah. Well, we haven't finalized every detail, but as she like grabs behind the back, she just snaps out the axe, and it just goes like whook, and like opens up, kind of Ruby style. So yeah, it looks shiny. It's not yet painted. We didn't get that far, so it's very gold colored and shiny. It looks brand new.
It's beautiful.
I will give more details once we have finalized the
Yeah,
details,
of course.
but as of yet, we haven't actually got that far. First attack on the rats then. Oh yeah, one thing. Because it's been so long since I used a magic weapon. The +1, is that an attack or damage?
Both.
Both, okay. Then I remember correctly there. Fix that. Just have +1 there. There, okay. So that's 14.
14. You slam your magic axe down, carving a deep gouge in the rough floor of the cave, but the rat seems to have dodged nimbly to the side in the, like blink of your eye as the axe struck. The sparks are still raining down around its body, and you barely perceived its movement. It just looks at you with these slightly glowing purplish red eyes, and you sense this intelligence behind them, and it's unnerving.
No, these things are not natural. I'll strike again because I have 2 attacks.
Yeah, go for it.
17.
17 hits. You raise your axe, swing it around over your head again, and bring it straight down. And you actually see as the rat begins to shift itself, its muscles contracting so precisely that it seems to just shift slightly to the side. But your warrior reflexes are able to keep up, and you angle the axe head just slightly to cleave it in two on the way down. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw. As the rat dies, the rippling air around its head pulses as the amplitude...
So it has that little health, huh? So it doesn't matter what I roll.
You want to roll it? It does have tiny health, and you are strong. It has less than 8 HP. What is your damage?
7.
You kill it. It has less than 7 HP. The rat squeaks as your axe cuts its body in half, and that pulse of psychic energy ripples out from its head. An intelligence saving throw is required.
Intelligence is +2. That's 15.
16.
15.
A 15. A decent roll. Unfortunately, not enough. Again, like with Reggie, the battlefield is going to ripple and shift around you as though some magic washed over it, and you're going to see that all of your allies seem to have teleported into the positions of the rats, and the rats have taken up the positions of your allies. You now have a rat directly behind you, threatening to attack. This one is dead. Blech.
The Hamlet's ass.
Is that all of your attack actions?
Yeah, unless I do an action surge, but I want to wait with that.
Okay. I mean... yes.
I need
so,
an action surge to attack the rat behind you.
Yeah, on your next turn... on your next turn, you are going to be compelled to attack one of the rats, air quotes, which will be one of your allies. That is the effect of failing this saving throw.
I got a 13 on die, though. That is a high DC.
It's a very high DC. But they have tiny HP. Which is great, because you can blow up a bunch of them at once and then maybe not kill your whole team. Ow.
Hi.
Hi. Rats be everywhere.
They do be. And I don't like it.
Whole groups of them have been smushed or burnt to death, and Morrigan just killed one and remarked how hard they are to hit.
Is the one near Desmin the closest one to me?
No.
No?
This one is the closest one to you.
Okay. I'm gonna attack that one then.
All right. Knock an arrow and shoot.
Seems like overkill, but I really want this shit to die, so yes. Al does not like rats.
Indeed.
Which does she dislike more, rats or loud noises?
There was a big loud
I'll get
noise.
back to you on that one.
There was a big loud noise just now that killed a bunch of rats, but it also was extremely disturbing and caused part of the tunnel to collapse.
You've known Vulcan for a day, and you already know that he is a very loud.
He just keeps blowing people up with shatter.
Again,
Lots of loud
I'll get
things.
back to you on
Either
that
shatter
one.
or gunshots.
Oh god. Alright, so shoot at this rat.
I do, in fact. This is true.
Alright, please roll it.
$19.
A 19 will hit.
Sweet.
You don't get sneak attack, but I doubt you're gonna do little enough damage to kill this thing anyway, but roll damage.
That is 9 damage.
9 damage, yes, that is definitely enough to kill
Very
it.
dead rat.
Death.
Yay.
So,
Blah.
make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, Lord. I'm glad my intelligence is fairly good. $17.
17.
Yes.
Alright. The psychic wave ripples through you again, giving you the beginnings of a sinus headache, but you take hold of your head and you focus your thoughts through it. It fails to muddle you. Everything stays as you see it.
Excellent.
Which makes it the rat's turn.
These rats can fuck off!
They're
Is
going to
what
do
Owl-
the opposite. We're the lowest. I want to start with the lowest numbers. There it is.
It's
Rats 1 and 2 are still alive. Whee! Rat 1 is going to run over and it's going to try to attack Vulcan.
Can we get my heels?
Oh my god. It got a 22 to hit.
No, that hits.
Alright. It is going to deal 4 points of piercing damage. Non-magical. Rat number 2 is going to run up to Vulcan and Morrigan. Morrigan is mind-controlled, so it's going to attack Vulcan. And that is a 17 on AC.
Oh. Got it by 1.
Got it by 1. Alright. Please take another 4 points of piercing damage, non-magical.
Vulcan does not appreciate having his legs bit.
That is what's happening. They're biting your little metal toes. Alright, I guess the next lowest number that's still alive is 12. Whee! 15, 20. 5, 10, 15. Reggie, you see one of your allies running over from the place they were moved to by the magic, and they say it's Al, who seems to like come back to back with you with their bow, and say, "We need to protect each other. These things are dangerous."
Who does?
Al says that to Reggie.
Ah,
You don't hear this, Al. You simply see the rat
Okay.
run up between you and Reggie. But I don't know if Sam's around to have heard that.
Got this.
We got this. Alright, it had to use its action to double move, so that's all it's going to get to do. Desmin, you're going to get attacked by 13.
How dare it?
That is a whopping 10 on AC.
So close, but way far. You miss.
14 runs up. That's a nat 1. It misses. And 15 also is going to attack you, Desmond. Scoring a 8 on AC.
Valiant efforts from the 3.
That was terrible. They just rolled all single digits or nat 1. Okay, so that gets me through 15. Which means that 17 is next. Just gonna move up to... Actually, it's gonna move over to here. To here. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that'll do it. Move to there, and attack. Let's see if I can go back to high rolls against the robot. Well, I can. 17. Oh, 17 hits, right?
Motherfucker!
Take 4 more points of damage.
He's getting pissed off.
Get him, Spider!
His eyes turn red.
Oh, he's doing an Iron Giant. Alright, come on. All I gotta do is roll like a... 21!
God damn it!
It's all
You got
higher.
decent AC, but you can't fucking roll lower than a 17.
No, well, yeah, this is total. It's rolled, I haven't rolled lower than a 17 total against you. True. 4 more points of damage.
That's 16 points of damage to him this turn.
He's
Fighting the
rad.
shit out of him.
10,
Poor
15,
guy.
20. All right, it's gotta be rolled low this time, right? It can't roll high again. Okay, 14. That doesn't hit you,
Not
right?
good. 14 doesn't hit.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Thought we were gonna have a monumental crash out of Jacob, and it would be 100% understandable.
19 on AC.
God damn it!
There it is.
He's surrounded by rats. He's
Look,
getting
he's red.
bit to death.
Bit the shit out of
They're
him.
just gnawing on him. Poor Robo Man. And they're ignoring the people around him because the people around him are mind controlled.
Yeah,
The
go
funny
team.
thing
Show
is-
that rep to spot.
The funny thing is I got all the low rolls, but all these rolls that you're hitting on him, I still would have gotten hit.
Yeah, that's why couldn't those have been against you? I don't have plate armor yet.
Yeah,
That's
so
like
it's
from
really hard to explain, Morrigan, but you see your entire team just run up and start taking turns on this one rat. And, like, they're all connecting. This rat is just, like, beefy.
He's kicking the shit out of this rat, but he just won't go down.
It just won't go down. So, yeah, one more set of 4 points from that last rat.
It's 20 total, right? If I hit by 5.
That's what you get for smashing all of them in that cave in.
Ah, well, he's pissed now.
Oh, wait, there's
We're not
16.
gonna let that happen next.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, there we go. The rat's turn is now done. And it was incredibly productive because they just rolled like beasts against only Jacob. Twilight, you regain your senses. You find that your toes are inches away from a pile of massive chunks of rock that recently fell from the ceiling. The dust is still clattering down around you. You can see the leaking blood amongst the rubble of several squashed rats. And behind you, you can see that Vulcan and Morrigan are surrounded by these rats who have these pulsing rings of energy around their heads.
All right. Well, as I do not feel like I will need quality more than quantity, I'm going to drop my whip and draw a second dagger.
Don't need to reach dagger when I can have 2 daggers.
Well, because reach dagger doesn't have light. So, I'm going to move here and make a swing at the dagger that no one's, like the, not the dagger, the rat that's, right, can't tell directions. North?
The 6
north.
rats that tried to
The
fucking
north
bite me.
rat.
That did bite me.
That's west, so this one here.
Yes.
Okay. You make a swing.
Well, that swing didn't go well. Let me double check my numbers here. Does 11 hit?
The rat dodges nimbly out of the way of your dagger, the blade sparking off the stones as you thrust it down, and this rat seems to look at you with its glowing purple eyes with a hint of intelligence, and you see like almost a resentfulness in those eyes as it stares at you after you made this attack against it.
Too creepy. Bonus action, stab it again.
Go for it.
Well, that is slightly better. 15?
15. Again, it's going to jitter to the side. The ripples of in the air coming off of it almost hiding the motion from you, so it just seems to glitch as your dagger once again strikes nothing but air.
Stupid midget rats.
They're tiny, fast, and smart. They're hard to hit. All right.
That's all I've got.
Okay. Spider, you also come back to your senses. You find that you're crawling along the ground. Your legs are bound, and you can hear the echoes of the voice inside your head telling you to get closer, fade away. As you look around and find you have allies around you who are engaged in combat against these rats. You are prone and your legs are bound, but you are adjacent to an enemy. Spider?
I was muted. I'm just looking at the one that I'm right beside. Is it still alive? It's on its side.
Oh, it is on its side. Did it die? When did it die? Did I move it and I shouldn't have? Wait, are all of these on their side? No, it's just that one. It must have died. I don't remember it dying.
Oh, that's the one that Morgan killed.
Oh. Whoops. Okay, so I
mean,
think
it
that's one of the ones that
didn't
hit you
die to
too, so have 4 health back.
Yeah, it was the last one.
No, the last one was this
It took
one.
16 damage.
This was the last one.
Oh.
But I think you're correct that it is the one that Morrigan killed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it is the one that Morrigan killed. So that one shouldn't have attacked you. And this is the only one that missed. So yes, have 4 HP back. That's my bad. They're very small. It's hard to see when they're on their side.
Okay, so I'm going to stand up.
Yup.
Which takes
20.
25. Then I'm just going to hop here, and I'm going to draw my rapier and stab this fucking rat.
Alright.
And I think I get sneak attack on it because...
You get sneak attack if you hit because you have an adjacent ally.
Yeah. So...
In case you needed sneak attack.
Yeah. But they have 7 HP or less, so...
Yeah. I'm going to, Actually... So I missed with that. Let me see...
It was a very effective Molotov and Shatter.
Gotta love AoEs.
They're really good in a fight like this.
These rats are gonna regret attacking Vulcan after this.
there's any of Vulcan left to be afraid of.
If you're not willing to shatter your
there's not going to be anything left of them to be afraid of. They're all going to be dead. They're not going to have any regrets because they're going to be dead.
I see he's inherited Vendar's temper.
He has. I mean, he is his son. He learned from him.
Well, I missed with my first attack, but I'm going to make 2 unarmed strikes.
Alrighty.
So the first one is a 19 to hit.
A 19 to hit will hit. You have sneak attack.
So that's 6. The sneak attack is... down here somewhere. So all the way at the bottom. $12.
12. Well, that's definitely more than the potentially 7 HP that they have. So this rat is going to keel over
That
dead.
rat, good.
Bleh.
And that's my turn.
Well, it isn't, because I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Excuse me. That's my turn.
I don't think you heard me.
Yeah. Do I have to repeat myself?
I'm terribly sorry,
I
sir.
did.
That is the end of your turn. My mistake.
Formal apology in writing. For fucking Christ. That's a 7.
A 7. Okay. As the rat goes down, it releases a pulse of psychic energy from its head, which ripples over you. And as the air shifts around you, as the psychic energy washes over your mind, you're going to see all of your friends magically transposed with the rats. So now you are once again directly adjacent to a rat, but you find that the rest of your party has surrounded it.
Weird.
On your next turn...
Magic is weird.
Yes, on your next turn, you will be compelled to use your first attack against the nearest rat, which is this one.
The big metal rat.
Big.
Yeah, the one that's the one that was getting the shit kicked out of it.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
I'll be right back.
All
It
right.
must be the leader rat because it has so much damage.
It's so
much-
tough.
It
It's
can
so
take
tough.
so much. Yeah. All the other rats go down 1 hit, but this one's been hit like 6 times. It's still standing.
Yeah, if you focus fire on the leader rat, maybe the other rats will give in.
Maybe. Desmin, you've got 3 rats who've all made attacks against you very poorly, and then 2 more rats who kind of ran up to your allies, one by running past you, but not triggering an opportunity attack.
Yeah. Because it's still next to me.
Yelp.
Bastard.
They have some intelligence to them, so they've been moving kind of tactically. Kind of.
Or whatever's controlling them has intelligence.
Yes.
Well, I wish I could use cleave in this instance right now, but
Right? But you have a
this
Morning
is,
Star.
this
Those don't
is a
cleave.
PG-3. I mean, I could try.
It depends what anime.
If you swing hard enough,
Vacuum slash.
Yes, I will attack the one on the left this time.
All right. Your left?
My left, yes, that one.
Okay.
Because I wanna keep it from possibly like moving up to attack Al.
Gotcha.
Join forces with the other rat.
All right. Make your swing or cast a spell.
Huzzah! Much better this time. 22.
22 definitely hits. How much damage?
Good. Good. supposed to roll this?
This one never even got revealed, but it died in the cave-in. Bye, buddy.
Ew, that's never mind. I was using the wrong thing. Okay, it is. Oh, that's terrible. I'm using my second inspiration.
On damage?
It was bad.
How do you use inspiration on damage?
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess
you
I
can.
was.
Inspiration is for D20s.
I mean, I have a free one, and I mean, we're like approaching the end anyways. I think this is probably gonna
Alright,
be
fine,
it.
fuck it.
'cause we're at the
Use your special inspiration
time.
to do a special damage reroll one time only. You minimize.
Don't worry. I only got one better, so it's 4 damage.
4 points of damage. Okay. Well, you now know that these things have 4 points of health or less because it dies.
See, it would have still lived if I did not do my special damage roll.
I mean, I didn't
better
say
than
that.
I bet it has 1 health and it would die no matter what.
I
I
also
bet that's
didn't
the
say
case,
that. I do, however, need you to end our session by making an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, I was so looking
Do
forward
I have
to my turn.
advantage on this again?
You should. I'm gonna treat it as a charm. Because it should probably be treated as a charm.
Oh god. Maybe I should have saved my roll. That is... Yeah, I think
God.
I'm charmed again, because I got a
God damn it,
7.
Alan.
That's a 7.
It literally was... It was an 8 on die and a 1 on die.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So, as with the others, as the rat dies, the psychic energy rippling off of its head pulses out more strongly, and suddenly the battlefield shifts around you as if by magic. You know that whatever this rat did, it caused everything to change, and it moved all of your allies around. So now, in front of you, you have Al and Reggie, and behind you, you have Vulcan. But beyond them are rats that are attacking them.
Wait, hold on. Did you say you got 8 on die and the result was 7?
He doesn't have intelligence.
Yes, he's not a very smart man.
Yeah, I'm stupid again.
But aren't you like the bureaucrat?
He's very
You don't need the
wise.
intelligence to be a
Look,
bureaucrat.
he just fills out the paperwork, okay?
Yeah, the
It has-
paperwork's easy.
It's like check boxes or like fill in the blanks, you know?
Paperwork makes everything clear.
All right, I'm going to make.
He needs
a
the
note.
paperwork because he doesn't understand things without it.
See, this is why bureaucracy takes forever.
Yeah.
That's why the Tiger's Eye hands him the notes, because he has to read them.
He's the only one that doesn't understand them otherwise.
Oh my gosh. Desmin, Morgan, Spider, was Twilight mind controlled, or did Twilight missed? So Twilight is not mind controlled because you didn't kill
Not
anything.
currently.
Huh?
Reggie's mind controlled.
So I'm not-
Reggie. Okay. That, I think, is everybody.
Twilight and Al are the only ones that can keep themselves in check. Well, and Vulcan, I guess. But Vulcan has been battered down by rats.
Yeah, they can't mind control him, so they decided they'd just eat him.
I mean,
He succeeded every mind control save, but they can just bite him.
They just bite him to
Can't
death.
can't fucking avoid that.
4 points of damage a hit. They're just death by 1,000 cuts.
They only need to hit him like 15 times to kill him.
I guess they were hungry for a boxed lunch.
Yeah, they like the metal and the magic-y wires.
Chewy, tasty.
Not just like
Shot
normal
from the
rats.
wires is a real pick-me-up.
You're not gonna have any feet by the end of this encounter. You're just gonna have leg stumps.
I have to replace my legs again.
Just like that time when you were testing out the increased jumping ability and didn't think about the landing part of it.
You won't have any feet. so you
He's
have-
gone through many legs.
He's
and
got through
arms.
many legs. Burned him out by
you
running
don't,
too
you
fast.
don't have any feet, so you're gonna have to use meters.
Alright. That's enough of
Some
that.
treads turn into a quad.
Yeah. Alright. Well, we got a good portion of the way through this encounter with mind control rats, which are terrifying because they're just so small. They're hard to hit. And the DC when they do the mind control on death is very high, so it's gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to this next round when everybody has to attack each other at least once.
Well, Vulcan doesn't.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Doesn't mean he's not going to. They're right next to the
Spider are
rats.
going
and
to
he wants
smack
revenge.
him, and then he's just gonna punch him back.
He wants revenge.
I don't want to be left out.
I don't want to be left out. All right, so thank you all for being here. Hope you had a good time, and hopefully there's enough of the party left to get the extraction target out after the next session. Oh my god, hilarious.
Not by the time I'm finished with them.
All right, we'll see you all next time on Desmin's Creek. Bye, stream.
Bye-bye.
Ice cream.